Today I'm going to share with you 10 tips to keeping a home tidy. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Live, Laugh, Love with Jen. This is Homemaking to the Rescue. It is a monthly collaboration put together by two of my dear friends, Joy from Organized with Joy and Jessica from Jessica My Rose. I will link both of their channels along with a playlist of the other great YouTubers who participate in this collaboration each and every month. I love all things homemaking, and when I was sitting down thinking about what to share with you guys today, I just wanted to go over 10 ways that I keep my home tidy. And these are my top 10. They're just things that have worked for me over the years, so I thought I would share these things with you. The number one thing is to cut the clutter. This is so much easier said than done. On a regular basis, I like to go through things, whether it's a cabinet or a drawer, but I like to go through and get rid of things that I no longer have a need for or I no longer use. I do this on a regular basis, and it gets easier and easier the longer you do it. And I am more than happy to give you guys decluttering tips on another video if you guys need. I know that decluttering can sometimes be difficult because we find ourselves attached to things. However, living with a lot of clutter can make our lives and our homes seem chaotic because we have so many things around. So you could start with something simple, like you could go through your house and you could find all the things that are broken and you could get rid of those things. Or you could start with paper items like magazines and get rid of those things. Those things just take up valuable space in our homes and sometimes make our homes look uninviting. And it's very hard to dust when you have a lot of clutter around and to keep things cleaned off. So my number one thing would be to work on cutting the clutter, and that is a slow process. It may take a while and it's a continuous process. This does not mean you have to become a minimalist and get rid of every single thing that you own. It just means that you make things as simple as you possibly can. My second tip is to do quick tidies 2 to 3 times a day. So basically what I do is as part of my morning routine, I go around the house and I just kind of pick up a few things. Maybe that even includes unloading the dishwasher or starting a load of laundry. But I just kind of tidy up, do a quick 5 to 10 minute tidy in the mornings. I repeat that tidy in the afternoons, maybe straighten up the pillows, see if I have some dishes that need to go in the dishwasher or maybe some laundry that needs to be folded. And then at night before I go to bed, I do another little tiny tidy again, like maybe fluffing the pillows, making sure my desk is cleaned off, making sure everything is ready to go for the next day, maybe starting the dishwasher. But I do that about 3 times a day. And if you do just those little tiny tidies that are just like 5 or 10 minutes of just going through the house and putting things where they go or just picking things up, it helps so much. My third tip is to utilize zone cleaning. I had no idea that zone cleaning was a thing. I think I called it area cleaning. I used to do this in my classroom. I had my classroom divided into 5 different zones or areas, and I would focus on one area each day to make sure it was nice and tidy and organized. In my home, I now utilize the same thing, and I call it zones just because now I know that there is a name for it. I did read a little bit up on the Fly Lady. I do not do the Fly Lady journey myself, but I do utilize zone cleaning. So each day of the week, I know what zone I'm going to be focusing on deep cleaning, and the other areas in my home just get a light dusting or refresh. And this took me a while to do. It's not something I did overnight, but each zone in my home does contain an area where I can keep cleaning products for that particular zone. And that makes my life so much easier because I know if I'm working, for instance, zone 1 is my primary bedroom suite. So that includes my closet, my bathroom, and my bedroom. And all of the cleaning products for there are located in a basket under one of my bathroom sinks, and it's so easy to get those items out and just focus on cleaning in that space. I do that on, for example, that's my zone 1. And on Mondays, I know that I'm going to be hitting zone 1 hard. I'm going to be cleaning that room. I'm going to be cleaning those 3 rooms and doing a great thorough job of cleaning those rooms. And each week I will add like an extra task. So like this week, I am adding cleaning baseboards to my zone cleaning. So whenever I'm cleaning in zone 1 this week, I'm going to make sure that I clean the baseboards really well. When I go to zone 2, I'm going to do the same thing and clean the baseboards really well. And do that throughout the week. Some weeks I will clean the windows in each zone as I work through the zone. But I do set aside a good chunk of time to do the zones each week. As you get more comfortable with doing your zones, it actually goes faster because you know exactly what you need to do. I work in the same order each week, and I can do my zone cleaning. It takes about an hour. So that is an hour that I do set aside a day. Occasionally it takes a little bit longer, especially like a week that I add cleaning the windows, but it usually takes around an hour, sometimes more, sometimes less. The 4th thing that I would suggest is to have a place for everything in your home. This is like cluttering. This takes a while, but every time you bring something into your home, find a place for it and make sure that everyone that lives in your house knows the place where that product or where that belonging goes so that everyone can put it back. And once you have a place for everything, it just makes it so easy to return things to their homes because you don't have things that are lying around collecting dust trying to find a home. Everything has a home. So once you get your house to a place where everything has a home, then when you bring something in, you decide where you're going to locate the new item and make a home for it. And then it is so easy to get things tidied up and to do those quick tidies. But again, this is not an easy process. Finding a home for everything is not easy and it can be overwhelming. So I would suggest if you do not have a home for everything, take your time doing it. Just like with decluttering, take your time. You do not have to get in a rush to declutter your home. You do not have to get in a rush to find a place for everything, but you could just work on it for, 5 minutes a day, every day, finding a home for things or decluttering. 5th tip is to get everyone that lives in your home or your apartment or wherever you live, your family, to get them involved. If you have iPhones or iPads as a family, and probably other phones have this as well, but if you go to the notes section on your iPhones, you can actually share things with like your whole family. You can AirDrop to-do list. So you can have a running to-do list of things that need to be done around the house. Like maybe you walk by and you notice a light bulb that needs to be changed, or you notice a trash can that needs to be cleaned. You can add it to that list. And if somebody's sitting around and they don't have anything to do and they want to check off something on that list, they can. You can even make it a family competition. But you should definitely get everyone that lives in your house involved in keeping the house clean and taking care of what they have. Along with that, when I declutter or when I deep clean something, I usually leave it to the person that owns those items to do the deep cluttering because it's not my place to go in and decide what things of theirs I think they should keep and what things I think they should donate. That is a personal choice. So I do leave deep cleaning and decluttering to the person that area or those specific things belong to. My 5th tip is to clean smarter, not harder. And what I mean by this is not to let things pile up to the point that you are having to spend 20 minutes scrubbing your toilet because you have not done it in a while. You can wipe down your toilet every day. Your shower, you can take one of those dishwashing cleaning sponge wands. You can fill it halfway full of vinegar and the other half full of dishwashing detergent. You can keep that near your shower, and every time you get out of the shower, you can just wipe it down. That way, when it's time to clean the shower, it's very easy because you do not have soap scum built up on it. When you are doing things like, whenever I'm not cleaning in a particular zone, and maybe I don't want to pull out the wood cleaner and polish the furniture every day because I have things that I need to do with my time, I do take like a Swiffer or like a microfiber cloth and just do a quick dust. That way, whenever it is time to do a deeper clean of that surface, it's already pretty clean to start with. My 7th tip is to designate a time every day when you plan on doing your cleaning. Sometimes this is not always possible because things do come up, life does happen, but I try to plan in a time that I'm going to do my cleaning. For example, I said that my zone cleaning takes around an hour. So each day I set aside an hour to an hour and a half to do that zone cleaning, and I do it at the same time on each particular day. You can schedule it out, but it kind of helps to make it a habit when you do it at the same exact time every day. My 8th tip is to make sure every day to go hit those hot spots and put things where they belong. A hot spot is a place that collects stuff. We usually have one in every single room. It's like that place that things just like you don't know where to put something, or you're running around and you don't have time to put something in its place, and you just kind of put it in that hot spot. Sometimes it's a place where you first walk in. My desk is the place in my office that becomes a hot spot, and things that you just don't have time to put up, you just need to take time every day to put things from those hot spots, to put those things away, to put them in their home. Once you have those homes, it's much easier, and that way your hot spots are not piling up with things that you are not using any longer. My 9th tip is to really think before you bring new items into your home. And this takes a lot of practice, especially for me. Sometimes going out and buying something can give me that immediate gratification and a little therapy and make you feel better. But really think about what you're bringing into your home. Is it something that you really need or something you're going to enjoy? And do you have room for it? For example, maybe you see a sweater that you absolutely love in a store. Do you have room for that sweater where you put the other sweaters? Do you have another sweater that you would want to get rid of? So really think about the items that you're going to bring in and think, is this item worth getting rid of something else that I have? Or do I want to pass on this item? So that way you're not constantly bringing new items into your home, and then you're just going to add clutter on top of clutter, and it just does not make things look tidy. My last tip number 10, is to, when you're cleaning, to put on a YouTube cleaning motivational video, or listen to a podcast that's motivational, or even read a motivational blog before you clean. These really help to get you motivated to get the job done. I know that sometimes before I clean, I will watch at least a couple of cleaning motivation YouTube videos, and then I'll pop some in while I'm cleaning because it just helps to have someone to motivate me to keep cleaning. So those are 10 things that I use that help me to keep my house always looking the best that I can keep it looking, and to have it. That is the way that I keep my home tidy. So I thought I would share those top 10 things with you. Again, I think the hardest two things I think that there are 3 things that are hard. I think the hardest 3 things, the first one is, of course, decluttering, getting rid of things. That is always emotionally draining and can be very hard for some people. I think the second thing that's really hard is to find a place for everything, to find a home. That takes time, And that usually happens after you declutter. Then you're like, okay, what I have left, it needs a place to live. It needs a home. And I personally don't think that a home would be like, unless it's an appliance you use every day, I don't think that you should make a home for a toaster oven that you rarely use. I don't think you should make the home on the kitchen cabinet, on the kitchen countertop, because that would just take up valuable space and it would be harder for you to clean around it. So you have to be very careful about where you find homes for things, because just leaving it out can add to making your home look less tidy. So try to find homes for things that are put away. And then I think the third hardest part, which once you get the decluttering and the homes for everything taken care of, the hardest part is just sticking to it. Just knowing that every day you're going to have to do a little tidying. And sometimes life gets busy and you miss a day. And you know that that's okay, because you can catch up on that. So you have to learn to be flexible with it, but to know that if you miss a day, your house is still going to look nice and tidy because you have everything in a place. It's not cluttered. You do small tidies throughout the day. But I just think it's so important to take care of what you have. Doing small tidies really helps with that. And for me, doing zone cleaning just helps me to have a direction of where I'm going to clean each specific day. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that these 10 tips help you and inspire you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Joy and Jessica, for hosting this collaboration. I love doing this once a month. Next Tuesday, I will be back with a Tiny Tidy Tuesday. Do not forget to check out Joy's channel and check out Jessica's channel along with the playlist in my description box below. I would love for you guys to comment, like, and subscribe. It is completely and totally free, and it helps support me. And remember, take time to live, laugh, and love today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye-bye.